The US dollars mix versus the three major currency pairs in up and down trading today. The pound versus US dollar is the biggest mover with a gain or a decline of minus 0.33% for that currency pair. So the dollar is higher versus the British pound. We are seeing the euro and the Japanese yen little change with change in less than minus 0.1% in trading here today. In this video, I'll take a look at the technicals that are driving those three major currency pairs. So let's get started. Let's start by taking a look at the euro versus US dollar. And today was a day of failed breaks. Let's just say that, or at least a big fail break below the 200-hour moving average. In trading here today, we did come down a little bit below that 200-hour moving average here, but then made a break through here. I'll get that arrow out of the way so you can see it. You can see how the market fell below that 200-hour moving average, and we also fell back below the 61.8% retracement. That's how the move down from this high right here, which is the April high, to the May low. That 61.8 comes in at 1.13787. So things are looking more bearish through here. But the problem was that the price came down to the low price that we saw in trading from Friday's trade and found support buyers against that level. We started to rebound back above the 200-hour moving average, and then the sellers turned to buyers right through here, and that helped to push the price back up toward and through the 100-hour moving average, the blue line in the chart, which tilted the bias back to the upside. We're currently above that moving average at 1.14173, trading at 1.14294. So the buyers are trying to take control. We need to get above this level right through here, which comes in, which was the high price from yesterday at 1.14392, and then we start to tick away at some of the other high levels that we saw in trading last week, including this high right through here, which happened to be near the high price that we saw on Friday's trade. And then we start to look toward the high price near the 115 level up through here to get to and through on the top side. But right now, the close focus is going to be on the 100-hour moving average, stay above that level, and the buyers remain more in control for the euro versus US dollar, at least in the short term. So up and down trading that currency pair today. So be aware, be prepared. The dollar versus yen, this currency pair also made a run to the upside. Similar move to the euro's move to the downside, but the opposite way because both the pairs switched around versus the US dollar. So the move to the upside did move back toward the 38.2% retracement, the broken 38.2% retracement, move up from the April low to the May high. That level comes in at 145.314. And as you can see, we found willing sellers against that level. And the market since it rotated back down toward the closing level from yesterday's trade. We still remain above the cluster moving averages, which we talked about yesterday, including the 200-bar moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's a green line. The blue line right here represents the 100-hour moving average. This blue line represents the 100-bar moving average on the 4-hour chart, and this green line represents a 200-hour moving average. So this cluster moving average is between around 143.85 up to 144.278. Will all need to be broken in order to increase the bearish bias, and it is reflective of the up and down price action that we've seen, through this area right through here. That has these moving averages all moving close together. Getting above that 38.2% retracement was a failure up there. Buyers had a shot, they missed. So now we got to work back down toward our moving averages. By the way, the 50% retracement of that range from April to May is also in play at 144.27. So be aware of that. That's also near the 200-bar moving average and 4-hour chart. So both those things are key and could either provide support like it did in early support in trading yesterday and earlier today, or if we break through it, it increases bearish bias to the downside for the pound versus US, for the dollar versus yen. So be aware of that. Finally, let's take a look at the pound versus US dollar. I said that this currency pair was the biggest mover, and by around 0.35% currently at the moment. It was lower by more, which took the price below this little swing area right here. But we could not get down toward the 38.2% retracement. Another move up from the, in this case, the May low to the high price that we saw, well, just a few in trading last week. Couldn't get to that 38.2% retracement, nor to this swing area through here, which goes back in time. I'll show you some of the levels going back in time. You can see how we traded up to here, up to here, up to here, and up to over here. So that formed this swing area right through here. Traded up below here, but then use that level as a ceiling through here, keeping the bears more in control until we broke above it, and then use the level as support before moving to the upside right here was in trading last week at the price that came down to and through that level, but then reestablished support here before moving higher, and then early buyers right through here kept the price above those levels. So that area down there remains a key support level, in addition to the 38.2% retracement on the top side. We'll have to watch the 200-hour moving average like we always do for resistance. What was once a support through here becomes resistance against the moving averages, so that comes at 135.25. Watch that level on the top side. So there you have it. A look at three major currency pairs. Kickstart your day in the U.S. session. We're seeing U.S. stocks a little change, and the U.S. yields also a little change. Down about 2 to 3 basis points currently at the moment. We do have a 3-year NOAA auction later today, and setting up for the CPI data, which will be released tomorrow in the U.S. For the U.S. session at least. China and U.S. talks will continue in London today. We'll see if that has an impact as well. My name is Greg Mikulowski. Good fortune to trading. Bye-bye now.